Up on Mountain News this morning, the WYMT Food City Mountain Classic Scholarship Awards ceremony takes place, bringing students from across the region to celebrate their education. And a former Supreme Court justice from Eastern Kentucky received a special honor at the state capitol.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning to you, and man, that rain is coming down this morning. At 6 o'clock, I'm Dakota Makris, and it's Wednesday. Let's head over to Brandon for a lolook at this rainy forecast. Brandon, it's going to put me right to sleep.
If you need me, I'll be kind of
literally. Somebody else can make the news.
Right now.
Somebody call Olivia Calfee in. I'm going back to bed.
That's right. I think I'm gonna lay down here a minute. All right, but yeah, it's coming down pretty good here this morning. You can hear it on the roof. If you're living in Hazard or nearby, it's coming down in your area. That's not the only place. Let's take a look at live pinpoint Doppler radar. Not only are we seeing it here in Hazard, I'll zoom right into our part of the region real quick, but I've got another section I want to show you here. We'll zoom in here and you can see it's basically all the way through Perry County into parts of Leslie, Breathitt, all the way down toward Manchester and Clay County. And then, of course, we have a couple of spots we've zoomed in over this way, basically from Monticello to Boonville, seeing some pretty good rain. So just continue to watch that. It is moving to the east. Pikeville, not too bad right now at the US 119, US 23 intersection near Pikeville Commons. It is a mild morning out there. Temperatures in the 50s and 60s as we start the day. So a normal day coffee-wise with temperatures, but boy, is it dreary out there. So you'll need a little extra as you're grabbing a donut or some other breakfast item as you're heading out the door. These rain chances are going to continue, so make sure you grab your rain gear before you leave the house. But temperatures stabilize in the mid-60s a little bit later on this afternoon. Dakota?
All right, Brendan, thank you. Well, the WYMT Food City Mountain Classic Scholarship Awards ceremony took place yesterday, bringing students from across the region to celebrate education and community partnerships. Our buddy Forbes has more from the event.
We want to welcome you to the WYMT Food City Mountain Classic Scholarship Awards Reception Program.
A scholarship program all about partnerships and possibility.
For a student that needs that little extra boost to be able to go to college, you know, that could make a huge difference.
The WYMT Food City Mountain Classic Scholarship Awards invited 106 students to the Mountain Arts Center Tuesday.
It means that they really want us to succeed. It shows that they have our backs and they want us to do what we can, and they're just here to push us.
Each receiving at least a $1,000 scholarship to help pave the paths to their futures.
College is not cheap. It's not at all. It doesn't matter where you go, and any amount of money helps, even if it's $500 or $10,000 and $1,000. You know, that's a lot.
Recognizing the work of the students by investing in their hopes and dreams.
Do not let what our perceived failures stop you from your goal.
Because I've spent the last 14 years of my life, ever since I started school, making school a priority, and it kind of gives you a realization like everything's paying off. So it makes you feel really good about yourself.
With scholarships that could cover as much as $5,000 for some students.
It really just helps me get out of college debt free, which is one of the main goals of any student going into college, because college debt can be very crippling later on, especially with different student loans.
Inspiring the next generation.
A celebration of our students, and I'd like to think a celebration of education in general.
Once I actually get a good footing in my own life, I hope to actually start giving back to my home community in Kentucky as well. Hopefully, possibly be a donor at one of these, possibly.
The classic Mountain Way. In Floyd County, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, committee members say the event and the scholarships were only possible thanks to the sponsors and the supporters of the WYMT Food City Mountain Classic, presented by your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agents and ARH. Well, the Hazard Perry County Chamber of Commerce held a ribbon cutting on Tuesday for newly renovated business space on Main Street. 486 Main Street was purchased last year in an effort to bring businesses and more office space downtown. It's now home to Hazard Coffee Company, Ready Set Play, Toy Store, and the new Economic Development Hub offices. The hub, as it's called, unites local officials working to improve the area's economy. Downtown Coordinator Bailey Richards says she's excited for the future of downtown Hazard.
We do have more that we'd love to do and love to see here, but it's nice to kind of have everybody here, everybody that's going to be here and all of that, have both of the businesses downstairs open, all of us using our offices upstairs, having meetings and all kinds of things. So that's really, really nice.
Well, she says the building helps serve as a base for flood response operations. Well, Hazard Community and Technical College recently received a large grant from the Department of Labor that will ultimately impact workforce opportunities for youth and adults HCTC students. WYMT's Alyssa Williams reports.
Thanks to the Department of Labor, Hazard Community and Technical College has more than $1 million to help expand a few of their programs.
This grant is called the WORK Grant. That's Workforce Opportunity for Rural Communities. And what it will do is it will allow us to work with both adults and youth in work and learn opportunities so that we can get them out into the workforce more quickly.
This grant will directly impact HCTC's K-Tech program, an initiative that provides high school students with apprenticeship and dual credit opportunities.
Instead of investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in being a pharmacist, maybe that's not what they need to do. Maybe they really need to go into nursing. And so this kind of helps them guide them through the 4 years of high school into the career pathway that they're meant to go into.
This grant aims to apply these same principles of the K-Tech program to non-traditional students as well.
Being able to take those two components and kind of pull them together, embed one with the other, just opens the door for more opportunities.
The grant will also help HCTC in their development of an application called Handshake, which will connect students with employers.
We want to be the Match.com for local employers to our college students, but that also gives us the opportunity to match employers to these high school students so that our employers can be mentors.
Helping to create a stronger workforce across the Commonwealth. In Hazard, Alyssa Williams, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, through this grant, HCTC aims to help students for paths in construction, transportation and logistics, manufacturing, allied health, and business and information technologies. A portrait of a former Supreme Court justice from Eastern Kentucky was dedicated in Frankfort on Tuesday. The picture of Janet Stumbo will hang in the corridors of the second floor of the Capitol. Stumbo retired from the bench at the end of 2017 after 26 years of service to Kentucky's appellate courts. The Floyd County native was elected to serve a district of 22 Eastern Kentucky counties.
It's 6:07, the rain continues to fall here across the mountains this morning, so take your rain gear with you as you head out the door. You'll probably need it off and on throughout the day. The last few hours show heavy pockets of rain continue to move through the region this morning, so take it easy, take it slow. Some wet roads and some fog will greet you as you head out the door this morning. 54 in Jonesville, back to 65 in Monticello, but a lot of 60s showing up out there this morning with the 50s kind of clustered near the borders. Even Logan is up to 61. They were at 59 just a few minutes ago. So temperatures going in the opposite direction this morning, up instead of down. All right, take a look at the regional temperatures. You can tell, let's play spot the cold front or spot the stalled front. You see back toward Indianapolis, Columbus, St. Louis, Springfield, all in the 40s. But on the other side, Hazard, Nashville, Huntsville, Memphis, all in the 60s this morning. And then again, a little bit of cooler air to our east over toward Roanoke and Charlotte. Today, 64, 65 this afternoon, maybe a touch warmer as we see the clouds continue along with the rain chances. Dakota?
All right, Brennan, thank you. It's 6:08, still to come here on Mountain News this morning. Some big company names in the fight against COVID go against each other in a legal battle involving their vaccines. We'll have those details when we come back.